Hey everyone, welcome to DevRunner. My name is Paul. I'm an endurance runner and an RRCA certified running coach, and this is episode number 4 of my half marathon PR 2022. In this series, I'm detailing all aspects of my training as I work toward a 1 hour, 19 minute, and 37 second or faster half marathon attempt, which will take place on November 12th at the Mayberry Half Marathon in Mount Airy, North Carolina. This time around, I'm talking about my training from August 15th through the 21st of 2022. It was a bit of a rough ride after last week's 5K time trial and 16-mile long run the very next day on Sunday. I felt a little bit worn out starting this week, but nonetheless, I did manage to up my mileage pace to 65 miles this week. I got in my speed work on the roads, 5 by a kilometer, even got in my middle long run, and then upped my long run on Sunday to 18 miles, and even did it with a negative split. So, a good week overall. I think there's a lot for you to learn to make you a healthier, happier, stronger and faster runner. So please stay tuned. Here we go. Hey folks, it's Monday, August 15th, 2022. I'm in the final mile of a 7-mile recovery run after a weekend of hard efforts. I'm running down the highway because I was doing some filming for a different video at the park. And the only way to get there, the only way to get back, is by running down the highway. No shoulder. You just kind of ride the white line, watch the cars very carefully so that you don't become roadkill, which is a very common thing down here in North Carolina, unfortunately. Anyway, it should shape up to be 7 miles of recovery. I'm just keeping my eyes on the cars, not my watch right now, so the stats on the screen will have to suffice for how I did today. All right, folks, tomorrow's gonna be 7 more easy. While staying off the highway at all costs. Assuming I survive till tomorrow. Virtual insanity? Yes. All right, folks, there they are. I don't know if this really qualifies as a cow cam. Maybe this is the no cow cam, or better yet, the distant cow cam. Doing my best for you here, but they're hiding in the shade. I'm a mere shadow of my former self when it comes to the filming of bovines. Oh well, folks, maybe next week. All right, run done for Tuesday, August 16th, 2022. 6 miles of recovery after waking up feeling pretty rough after my weight workout yesterday. Definitely blew out the legs a little bit too much with the squats and the deadlifts and the lunges and all the rest of the fun. But I got through it. That's all that really matters. And I survived today's run. So it was definitely helped along by the weather. It is a beautiful 74 degrees. It is overcast. The humidity is super low. And I managed to time this run perfectly so that I ran between the raindrops. Now, that brings to mind a wonderful song, Walk Between the Raindrops by Donald Fagen. If you do not already know the Nightfly album from, I think it's 81 or 82, I suggest you get onto your music service and check it out. You will not be disappointed. Just jazz rock, fusion-y, classic jazz melange of perfection. All right, folks, I'll see you tomorrow for some speed work. Bye-bye. Hey, folks, it's the Tuesday kudzu cam. You see this ocean, this sea of vines that just grows over and strangles everything in its path? That's called kudzu. It's a very southern US thing. Just thought I'd share it with everybody around the world who is kind enough to watch my channel. Share a little bit of southern culture. It grows up the trees. It grows over bushes. It takes over everything. It's the blob in vine format. It's Wednesday, August 17th, 2022. I just finished 10 miles in the heat because I couldn't wrench myself out of bed. So I dealt with the 82 degrees and the mild humidity. Not terrible by North Carolina standards weather-wise, but nonetheless not ideal for speed. And the middle miles of this run were sort of concerned with speed. I did a 3-mile sort of warm-up, nice and slow, and the middle 5 miles were 5 by 1K with the remainder of each mile in between sort of active recovery, and then 2 miles and change at the end to get myself back home. So it is what it is. I didn't move as fast as I wanted to, but I think the effort was good. Like, I felt like I was pushing myself hard in the heat, and, I was running on rolling terrain. So, it should benefit me. Hey everyone, it's Thursday, August 18th, 2022. I just finished 7 miles of recovery running on the treadmill. A little bit of a challenge trying to get the treadmill to play nice. Hopefully that is not a sign of more troubles ahead. Anybody who's been around my channel long enough knows that there have been treadmill challenges in the past. Don't want to revisit those days. Anyway, folks, it took me 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 43 seconds to get this done. My legs were toasty. They they were feeling the effects of the speed work yesterday, let me say, in the heat. So it is what it is. This is what recovery days feel like most of the time. So, I'm not too concerned yet. A good night's sleep will hopefully set me up for a nice 10 miles with a little bit of moderate speed in the morning in cooler temperatures outdoors with any luck. Hey everyone, it's Friday, August 19th, 2022. I just finished a 10-mile aerobic run, I guess you'd call it. It's 10:30 in the morning, and happy it's done. Slow times, the last 4 miles was painful because my food choices have just not been good. So last night, a couple of steak sandwiches, fries, and kale, and yeah, I felt it. So yeah, just a word to the wise. Eat like a runner, not like somebody who likes steak sandwiches. If you're in the middle of training. Hey everyone, it is Saturday, August 20th, 2022. I just finished a 7-mile recovery run. Took me 1 hour and 5 minutes and I think 31 seconds. Averaged 9 minutes and 21 seconds per mile, going super duper slow. My left leg is still swollen in the bottom of the hamstring area behind my left knee, and since yesterday I am now nursing an issue. It feels like a torn muscle midway down the front of my calf, right next to my shin. So it worked itself out. It wasn't painful after the first kilometer. I was able to run this entire run with proper form. So, I always use that as my judgment to whether or not I'm going to run on the day. I give it a half mile, a mile to warm up. And if the pain subsides, then I continue. If it doesn't affect my form, my running form, because otherwise you start to compensate with other muscles and you end up with other injuries. Hey everyone, it's Sunday, August 21st, 2022. It is almost 1:30 in the afternoon, and I just finished an 18-mile long run. It took me 2 hours, 29 minutes. I don't know what the average pace per mile was. It's somewhere on screen, I can only assume. And the reason I ran so late, despite my plans to get out super early, is it began thunder and lightning storming at 3 a.m. last night. Did not let up until 9:30 this morning, so I slept in, managed to get a decent amount of sleep for once, and then headed out. And it looks like, as you saw from the clouds above, it may just be beginning again very soon. So I ran between the raindrops once again. Happy I got it done. Just steady state run, somewhere in the low 8-minute per mile range, I would assume. All right, so as you can see from the weekend review right there beside me, it was a 65-mile week this week. You know, I felt pretty good despite the fact that I did have that 5K time trial and 16-mile long run the very next day to end last week. The speed workout on the roads on Wednesday was good news. 5 by a kilometer at tempo pace. And then on Friday, I did a middle long run and then went into Sunday for an 18-mile long run. That is my longest long run since my marathon back in March. So starting to build that base and do it solidly. And as I said earlier, I even managed to run that 18 miles as a negative split. Not a particularly fast pace overall for that run, but I am moving things upwards. I am ratcheting up the intensity as well as the mileage now. Over the next 3 weeks, you'll see that happen. And, you know, I couldn't be happier. So long as I can manage to get some weight off, I think everything is going to be looking good. You know, speaking of that, my nutrition continues to bring in more dark leafy greens and lean proteins like chicken and fish, sort of leaning away from the red meats and fatty, super carby stuff as well. So good news there. I did not lose any weight this week, so holding steady at 142.5. But, you know, it's always tough when you're increasing your mileage, increasing your intensity. You also have to increase your caloric intake. So looking for that balance. I seem to have found exactly that balance in the last 7 days. On top of that, I got in 2 free weight workouts this week. I forget which days I did it, but I'm sure I detailed it. And all 7 of my core routines got done every morning as soon as I rolled out of bed. So, you know, let me just put this out there for everybody. If you're looking for a free weights strength routine for yourself as a runner, there is a dedicated video linked below in the show notes. If you're looking for a dedicated running specific core routine, that is a separate video that is linked below as well. So please take advantage of that, no charge. Just me being a coach. So with that said, folks, if you haven't already liked this video and you enjoyed the content, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions for me, please drop them below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Look what I'm willing to go through for you. I'm standing here in the rain, just trying to pass on what I know to help you become a faster, healthier, and stronger runner. So I'd appreciate your subscription. The more the merrier, folks. With that said, please get healthy, stay strong, and keep pushing. I'll catch you next week. Peace out. Bye-bye.